Joining us now, Ken Vogel, Chief Investigative Reporter for Politico, and David K. Johnston, Pulitzer Prize-winning journalist and columnist with the Daily Beast. He's the author of the new book, The Making of Donald Trump. David K. Johnston will try to look surprised when he listens to Ken Vogel's details of what you've found in the basically in the financing of the Trump campaign and how much of that money gets paid to Trump companies.
Yeah, it's really an unprecedented intermingling of a candidate's business and political operations. Typically, when you have a wealthy candidate, and it's like the more wealthy the candidate, the more cautious they are about keeping those two spheres separate because they're concerned that it might give rise to allegations of self-dealing. I'm thinking of a Steve Forbes or a Michael Bloomberg or even a Mitt Romney, where they went to great lengths to keep these separate. In Donald Trump's case, we see quite the opposite. Not just using the business as sort of a platform to run the campaign, but using the campaign as a platform to promote the business, as we've seen time and again at some of these press conferences at his properties, his golf course in Scotland, his hotel in Washington, D.C., at Mar-a-Lago, where he famously in early March in a primary victory speech promoted Trump steaks and Trump water. This has increased concerns about what he would potentially be like as president with these business interests still ongoing.
And David, Donald Trump has famously said in the past that he thought he might be the only person who could actually make money by running for president.
Well, yes, and keep in mind that what may happen if Donald is elected is we may see a sign hung out at the Oval Office, available for paid appearances.
Yeah, and as to the IRS violation on the use of charitable funds, the way he has done that, it seems to me, without question, this will trigger a formal investigation of how he has handled that money by the IRS in terms of that the Trump Foundation.
A couple of the 8 known misuses of funds he may be able to wiggle out of, but clearly there's been self-dealing here. And also keep in mind how little Trump gives. My column in the Daily Beast today points out that the Clintons' giving rate based on their wealth versus Trump's giving rate and his rate, the Clintons give away at 1,000 times the rate of Donald Trump. 1,000 times. And if you accept Trump's unverified assertions, they give away at 37 times the rate that Donald Trump gives money away. And their giving isn't self-interested, where Trump's foundation, in addition to the illegal gifts, its biggest gifts go to places that he cares about, like the prep school where his son goes to school, and other charities that tie right back to his self-interest.
Yeah, and Ken, it could be that Donald Trump has actually given 0 of his own money for the last several years to charity. So then, I don't even know how to calculate how far ahead the Clintons are, or any of us sitting here are, to Donald Trump on charitable giving.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the amount that's being taken in or given to the Trump Foundation, the amount that's being spent, including the potential violations of, the potential self-dealing. It's really penny ante stuff. It's like, if you are that wealthy, if you are as wealthy as you say that you are, you don't need to spend other people's money, as he puts it, to resolve legal disputes or to buy paintings.
All right, we're going to leave it there for tonight. Ken Vogel and David K. Johnston, thank you both for joining us. Really appreciate it.
Thanks, Lawrence.
Thank you.
We're going back to Charlotte now to MSNBC's Tremaine Lee, who